Alright, howdy ho folks. Back at it again, Multiversal Medium here for another episode of Dread Delusion. Last time we left off, I got out of bounds, which is pretty common for me, weirdly enough. So had to teleport out of the area we're in. This episode, we'll check the menus. I noticed we're apparently now enemies of goblins, which raises the question, how'd we do that last episode? Because, sure as I was aware, we weren't fighting any. But then again, maybe the enemies, the little frog dudes we were fighting in here, as well as the floaty dudes or whatever we were fighting, technically might be considered a part of the goblin faction. Which, basically means maybe we're killing faction members and they got upset at us over that. Which, would make sense. Definitely dealt with weirder faction tropes and aspects over the years. Let's see here. I saw one thing that was... There's two things. Is that enough? No, it ain't. It looks like a big old locked door, that's for sure. Big old difficult locked door. You? Yeah. Alright, there we go. That's cool, that's funky, that's fresh. But yeah, these dudes may actually be a part of the goblin faction as a whole. That's what I was saying. Which, hey, maybe. Just brings the question, is there a way to actually get in their good books? That's what I'm curious about. Can they open doors? I don't think they can. This game does have some very basic AI setup going, so it's not like... Ooh, what do we got over here? Very membraney. I like it. It's probably a very difficult lock to pick too, and I only have one lockpick. Like I said, I would like it a lot more if I could check the difficulty of a lock before having to pick it, basically. Which, that's just not a thing you can do in this game. No, well. What do you got right here? Ooh. Bloody treasure. And over here? Okay, this is just the skip ahead. I simultaneously like and dislike this. So, in games like Skyrim or whatever, basically every dungeon has a simple... Yeah, and then the back point just circles to the front point or an exit and you're good. Which sounds nice on paper, it really does. And arguably it kind of is. But I honestly really, and I mean this a lot, really liked how the dungeons in, say, Morrowind were made. Where it's like, yeah, this is a cave system, why would it just circle back from its deepest point right to the start and people just put barricades there to stop you from doing that? That's weird. It's like, it makes a lot more sense this way, basically. Is there anything over here? Me doing stuff like this is why I keep getting out of bounds. No jump beyond that. Looks like he's right there, raring to go. Come on in, buddy. I'm gonna try to avoid you guys just in case you are a part of the faction. Because I wouldn't mind it. Maybe somehow raising rapport with you guys. Pretty certain as neutral faction or whatever goes. Yeah, they will attack me on sight. The, what was it? Mercenaries we were fighting were attacking me on sight, even though it was neutral with them, so that's not really super weird. But we could. What's in there? Oh, that's a delusion. Ah, this dude followed me all the way down. You know what, fine, I guess. You're being annoying. Actually, no. Only got one lockpick. May as well go for it. 5. Nope. Is what it is. Gonna have to find a way to get lockpicks. Which, kind of says we should probably be doing Hallowshire, huh? Fairly certain there's at least going to be some place I can buy them there. Which, yeah, probably be smart. That's that bit. What was this? What's this bit? Explore this, and then we actually... This bit is me walking into spikes, apparently. There we go. Ooh, barricade. I wasted that lockpick, didn't I? More you know. Just the more you know, man. Still get ammunition. Oh, we got 3 more lockpicks. There's still that locked room up top. I want to go for it. I do. And I think I am going to. We finish up whatever is up here. I'm just going to assume we kind of finish this little area and call it good. As I was saying, though, Morrowind's dungeons were really designed as if they were a part of that living, breathing world. It made sense for this place to kind of look like it, so on and so forth. It'd be weird if you entered a superly fortified, like, ruin of a fort or whatever, and there's, like, several exits to it, basically. It's like, it's supposed to be super fortified. Why is there just so many exits? That dude still hippity-hopping in here? Yeah, yes. Let's get you out of this room. Come on, buddy. Close that door. There we go. Ooh, this one needs a key. Well, that answered that. I guess I got lockpicks to spare then. Which means I guess we're going to... What? There was one cave system right here that needed a lockpick. And there's a cave system and another little hut in the snow area. Honestly, I'll probably blow through all 3 lockpicks just trying to get this little cave system over here opened. Is what it is. It is what it is. Until we can find a place to buy them, this is just how it's gonna go. Probably should have put points into Guile right from the get-go, but it is what it is. Ooh, 3. Ooh, nice. Got some iron ore. I wonder if this stuff, like, respawns or not. Be nice if it did. If not, hopefully we can buy it. That, or hopefully there's just enough throughout the entire game to get everything you'd ever want fully upgraded and stuff. What was I saying about dungeon design? Yeah. Morrowind made sense thematically and how it was designed. Skyrim really doesn't. But then there's, like, the design with that, and it's like, yeah, at the end of the day, it is nice. It really is nice. It takes away from world building. But it is nice, and I'm not going to deny that. I was thinking about this, and honestly, this game kind of does it. This game is very vertically, like, shortcutty, kind of like the Dark Souls games. And I'm 99% certain that was intentional. Alright. I believe I set my return point to that, so let's just head on over to that one area, and hopefully we can lockpick both those doors. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So yeah, I'm torn on whether or not so many shortcuts is a good thing or a bad thing. It's like, let's be honest, the architecture for stuff like Dark Souls, where it's all vertical, both makes sense and doesn't make a lot of sense with how it's designed. Part of the reason of that is like nobody really knows what the heck's going on with Dark Souls lore. Like all the lore is hidden within items and descriptors, and you kind of got to do a weird scavenger hunt just to do a jigsaw puzzle. Just a really hilarious concept. That is a hilarious concept at the end of the day. Can you imagine having to do a huge scavenger hunt just to get one piece of 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle? And that's what it means to be into Dark Souls lore, basically. Like just looking for the one piece amongst all the items and stuff. What's in this one? Okay, come on. Ah, heck yeah, man. Still got lockpicks left. Me in there. Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, let's just teleport back then. Get the home spell. Go on back. I really hope there is a way for us to befriend goblins in the future. Yeah, I'd just like that. I know, actually. What is it? Let's just rent a room. Real quick. Want to rent a room? Nah, it's yours for 2 coins. I'll take it. Thank ye. It's just up the stairs there. I'll try and keep the ruckus down in the morning when we're picking up the goods. Ooh, goods. Yeah, man, the goods. I hate this little nook. There's no easy way to get there. It makes 0 sense of storage, but it's whatever. Anything else around here? It doesn't look it. Looks like we're falling asleep to the wonderful wind chimes. Get up in the morn. Beautiful. Ooh, they even have a little barred door thing. Did you, restock your goods in that time? Let's see what you have for sale. Yeah, you do restock your goods. Heck yeah. Buy that and buy that. I don't really need much else. I don't think I properly talked to you last time. He sips his tea quietly. Was there something else? Is that shroom tea you're drinking? He is quiet a moment and merely takes a sip. Indeed. Tell me, did old Dwin over there give you his speech about how he outsmarted his business rivals by drinking the stuff? Yep. He smirks. I thought as much. The funny thing is, he doesn't touch the stuff. It's more of a sales tactic, you might say. Whenever he does drink shroom tea, he tends to get rather emotional and, he grins, empties his bowels prematurely. You see, shrooms may be a popular drug, but that's all it is to most people. A party trick, or a quick high. Truth is, most can't see the future from drinking it. The shroom has such a potent psychedelic effect, any premonitions are lost within the fantasy. But the premonitions are there. You just need a low dosage and a certain discerning eye. That's why if you were to, say, reach for your blade right now, I'd have my knife at your throat before you knew it. Smiles warmly. Now, was there anything else? Tell me about your time as a mercenary. Hud tilts his head back and drums his fingers on his cup. Well, in my youth, I toured with various mercenary companies in the Apostatic Union, Heartland. There's a tale or two from there. I ended up with the Dark Stars here in Pwyll, a name I'm sure you've heard of. But lately, I've been freelancing in these Onric Isles, taking all sorts of jobs before settling down in Dwin here. Is it Dwin? Is that the name? I thought this place was Pwyll. Is Dwin the name of the town? It's been like a week plus since I last played this for the first few episodes, so yeah, it probably is, and I just forgot. Of all the realms I've been to, these isles host some of the strangest. I'm looking for some former Darkstar mercenaries. He narrows his eyes. Oh, is that so? Well, your motives better be pretty effing congenial. Congenial? Yeah, I believe that's the word. Because it's no secret that I'm a former Darkstar mercenary here myself. Of course, I haven't sailed with them in years. I left after the mutiny, once it became clear that Bella's ambitions, once so intoxicating, were likely to get us all killed. He clears his throat. Well, out with it then. Exactly who are you looking for? Tell me about Vela Kalos. He chuckles heartily. Now that's a good one. You're just gonna stride out to the boss lady yourself and claim that union bounty, aren't you? Now don't get me wrong, I never really knew the woman. I was too low ranked to be clinking my tankard with her. But I've been privy to some of her deeds, and well, let's just say you don't ever want to cross swords with Vela Kalos. As for where she's gone, I haven't the slightest idea. And I wouldn't tell you if I did. That woman has plans and motions that I couldn't begin to comprehend. And I won't be found complicit in trying to thwart her efforts. For the sake of my own neck. I'm meeting Jack Basalt. Ah, good old Jack. He smirks. In the Union they still call him Shame of the Navy. After he abandoned his rank and station to join Vela's merry band. In battle, the man was a demon. When his voice bellowed across the deck of a skyship, sword raised high, you made sure to heed it. But below deck, you always find time to share a drink with those under his command, learning their names, their troubles. Not every mere captain does that. Of course, I don't know if that was thanks to a kind heart, or his weakness for the strong stuff. Let me guess, you're meeting him in a pub, right? He grins. Oh, yeah, that's enough. Good, and let me be plain. You didn't hear any of this from me. Are we clear? Yeah, I'll be going, man. He smiles politely, but says nothing. Appreciate it, man. Alrighty, let's turn this in. Because all that dialogue made me forget exactly what the heck I was talking about beforehand. Which is par for the course. Ah, welcome back. What can old Kolwick do for you? Yeah, I believe went all over this. I found evidence of god worship in Pwyll. He leans close. Oh yeah? Tell me then. Why don't you? There were occult instruments in the caverns below Pwyll. For a moment he merely stares past you, lost in thought. This can only mean one thing. If someone's conducting rituals around Angwin's corpse, that means they're trying to reopen the blood contract. But buried in those clauses was a terrible clause, no less than human sacrifice. Here, take this key. I'll unlock the upper chamber in the sacred shroom to the west. There's no doubt in my mind. Someone's been taken to the sacred shroom to be metabolized. As per the contract terms, you gotta go there and save them. Did you say metabolized? In the old days, there were sacred shrooms all over Pwyll. Each would spawn a whole forest of scry shrooms. But only if they'd recently metabolized a human. I ain't sure if the scry shrooms use part of the human body to achieve their effect, or whether it was all just part of Angwin's divine mockery. But I know the scry shrooms used to be more potent in the old days. Now there's only one sacred shroom left, deep in the mushroom forest to the west. All the others shriveled up and died when we stopped feeding them flesh. How do I get into this mushroom? Well, you'll need to travel through the mushroom forest, You can't miss the shroom itself. It's probably the biggest mushroom you've ever seen. On account of it being used by the Wiccans in the past, there's doors and paths leading up around the shroom itself. The main doors will lead you through the central stem, but there might be a whole host of nasty monsters waiting to tear you a new one. So you might try looking for a way around back. It'll probably be locked up tight, but you might have less of a fight on your hands that way. Okay, I'll do my best. I'm relying on you. You hear? Appreciate it, appreciate it. I love a game that gives you multiple ways of handling quests. I'm hoping, though, as this game kind of progresses, it's not as, like, obvious that's what it's telling you to do. It's like, yeah, so you have these two ways of handling this. Because it's getting slightly obvious of, like, you can do this or this. Do this or this. It's, prefer a bit more, I don't know, settle touch. We'll see how it goes writing-wise. Even if it continues on like this, I'm not exactly, like, upset or disliking this. I like the options. I really do. Alrighty. I feel like we were just here a bit ago. Weird. Oh, well. At least this, we, know this, place inside and out by now. We know exactly where we need to go and how to get there. That was something that was super annoying about Skyrim as a whole, too. So yeah, we were just talking about, like, all the Skyrim fragging shortcuts at the end of dungeons and stuff. Like, if you're gonna do something like that, leave it so that it doesn't reset. I know Skyrim's a buggy as heck game. It really is. But especially for, like, Dwarven Ruins and their elevators, them resetting and closing is just so annoying. Like, yeah, I think it got to the point in majority of my playthroughs, I skipped the Dwarven Ruins just to, ooh, what we got here? Basically, just skip Dwarven Ruins to, like, clip through those exit points because it was so annoying. Because I knew it would just reset. It wasn't worth opening them. Nauseating stench of bile engulfs the flesh chamber. For you, a huge digestional tract pulsates and throbs with corrosive acid. Perceive as though this mushroom has organs. Yeah, it would seem that way. Blood writhes behind the digestive membrane, clearly in agony. When he sees you, he looks shocked. You! Who did this to you? Nobody. A look of determination seizes Lud. Everybody assumes I'm just some stupid kid. Just the mayor's idiot son. They don't take me seriously. But now I can show I'm worth something. I can save the village all by myself. Found the old Wiccan contract rights. Stashed in my mother's basement. I convinced Emir to help me set it up. But it was me who whispered to Ingwin. Felt his reply echo through my bones. The village isn't worth dying for, kid. I'm getting you out of there, whether you like it or not. I admire your guts, at least. Shh. These are all decent answers. I do admire your guts, kid. Pwyll is dying. Everyone says so. Since Ingwin was killed, the soil's drying up. In another generation, there'll be nothing left. This is the only way to save the village. I'm amazed you're willing to go this far. You're not even, like... Were you even born in Pwyll? I know your mother wasn't. You're going way too far, man. Some towns dry up. It's just the way it is. Enough of this, cut him loose. So you really want to do this, knowing that you'll die? Dude, some towns dry up. It's easy for you to say, not being from here. Pwyll is the only place I've ever known. You won't survive anywhere else. Yes, you will. You don't know that. Sky realms are full of impossible places, beyond your wildest dreams. Enough of this, cut him loose. So you really want to do this, knowing that you'll die? Now I'm gonna try to charm him. You don't know that. I don't care about the other places. I only have one home. It's Pwyll. So you really want to do this, knowing you'll die? I've never been so sure of anything in my life. I want to save the village. I want Pwyll to live, even if I have to die. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, kid. A farm that's fertilized with frickin' human, like, bones and flesh and all that stuff really ain't worth it. I can't let you do it. The boy shivers and says nothing. Enough of this. Cut him loose. You slice through the membrane and a torrent of foul-smelling acid pours forth. Blood slides out of the mulch, coughing and spluttering. You had no right. He shivers. The first thing I've done, truly by myself. You've ruined it. You had no right. I just like ruining people's plans. You'll thank me in time. People care about you, kid. Can't throw your life away. Thought Mother would be proud. The boy shivers and says no more. Dude. Isn't how you make people proud of you. It really ain't. Boy shivers and says nothing. Like, I'm gonna tell you what, kiddo. Nobody that's dealt with this stuff wants this happening again. The only reason you're willing to do it is because you don't know what the heck they were dealing with. You're ignorant. I'm not saying you're gonna learn about it and agree with me in the future, kid, but hey, you sure as heck don't know what the heck you're talking about right now. Would have been nice if that persuasion check worked, but it is what it is. Not like I can save scum or anything, and it's a good thing in this game you can't save scum. You kind of got to just play it by how things are working out. Let's keep on going. Freaking idiot. Seriously. Yeah, you sacrifice yourself today to save the village, and what about tomorrow? Who's going to sacrifice themselves then? What about when the freaking dead god comes back to life? How many sacrifices is he gonna want to make things right after he was killed by these people? But dude, you aren't thinking far enough ahead, and I understand that. A lot of people don't like doing that. It's them having to realize the here and now ain't all that great. Oh, kid. I can't be doing it. Some gods may be worth frickin' bringing back in this game. But I've yet to hear a single one that knew this one think he was worth bringing back. And a single person think this one's worth bringing back. Alrighty. Get this going. What you got to say, boy? Oh, welcome back. What can old Kolwick do for you? I visited the sacred room and discovered what's going on. Was I right? Was there a sacrifice taking place? It was Lud. He tried to sacrifice himself, but I managed to talk him down. Kolwick gasps. Oh, that foolish boy. The harvest ain't worth Ingwin's blood price. Ain't I always taught him that? It looked like you stopped him, newcomer. For that, you have my sincerest thanks. Not much, but just as I promised. Here, take this Union passport. It'll get you through the gate bridge to the south, leading to Hallowshire. Be careful down there. Mind if you think Pwyll's harvests are bad, you ain't seen nothing yet. Hallowshire is in the midst of an awful famine, and it seems the townsfolk and our poor Lud have had certain ideas in common. Listen, man. as a prisoner of the Apostatic Union, I don't obviously agree with everything they're doing. But some of these gods needed killing. That's just kind of a given by how it seemed. Some of those contracts were not written well. And it's worth keeping those gods dead and moving on. Then again, in the future, some of the gods might not be so horrid. Who knows? I apparently got a baby one. Left's not active. That's kind of a given. Figured I'd try anyways. Yeah, let's see here. Greetings! The bridge is closed, unless you're the bearer of genuine Apostatic Union passport. So if you've not got one, get lost! Well, screw you! Where can I get a passport? The Union isn't issuing new passports to Pwyll at the moment. Some kind of precaution. They're hard to come by, but someone around town might be able to help you. Have you met with the Wait Master? Remember that passports are single use. One passport grants you lifetime travel over one bridge, but no others. That's effing dumb. Yeah, bridge's closed. Yeah, anyways, I got a passport. Seal looks good. I'm not seeing any signs of magical forgery. Yep, looks like you can pass. And yeah, it's effing dumb. I got like a lifetime supply of crossing this bridge and only this bridge. Yeah, that's stupid. I love it. It's so dumb. Ooh, that's another gobbo. Goblin? What have you? Yeah, I'm just curious. How can I raise their faction? And was I a fool for not purchasing the plush they had? Because I kind of wanted that plush, but I was like, I can't afford to just order that right now. Let's go around. Might be worth just seeing what's up top. Ooh, that is different. That is definitely different. This just open. Close that door. I said close the door. There we go. Oh, go, 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 go. Oh. Just enough time to kind of look down and realize this is my fate now. That's funny. Well, considering I'm right here, may as well go back to the home base, heal up by resting in bed, and then head out. Nothing wrong with that. Let's just see her. Yules into the evening. Honestly, probably be smarter to wait till morning, but whatever. This game's pretty at night as well as during the day. Nothing quite like long moonlit walks on the edge of reality, I guess. No real beaches around here. Just the edge of the world as you know it. Yeah, sounds romantic to me. We'll frolic amongst the mushrooms. Maybe trip over a body or two. Probably 3. But it will be magical. Oh, will it be magical? Alright, Lud's not there. Moving the heck on. To be honest, like... yeah, it is kind of upsetting for possibly an entire, like... well, it's not a plant species. Fungi are their own kind of, like, classification of, like, creature, technically. They're not flora or fauna, if I'm remembering right. Fungi are just weird. But yeah, it is upsetting that that may go extinct. But, like... are they necessary to be alive? Heck, yeah, they may be the cure of the biggest, baddest, whatever disease in existence. Worth it. Totes worth it. Honestly, it's not. Yeah, that's a nice view of that. I like that. There we go. Let's, well. Let's, just get the go home spell going. There we go. Listen, it takes a lot for me to learn. Basically, it takes a whole deal of me actually putting effort in, and not really good about that part. You know, the whole effort bit. I'm a man that's not been half butting his way through life. I've been quarter butting my way through life. Whole half button stuff. It's a bit beyond me on most days. But gosh, if you ever seen me go full butt, just make a complete and utter butt of myself, oh, that was stupid of me. Thought I could have done the Dark Soul and run out in time. Need to get some elevator music. Gosh. It's like being in the elevator for a friggin' hotel. You don't know anyone, just super awkward all around. Where's this? Nope. Okay. I was hoping I could send it back up. Oh well. I like there's just actual, like, lanterns and stuff. That's nice. Very nice. Like that is a mod for Skyrim. That's just not in a majority of games. I like that they actually put it in. Seems like only that one over there works, but okay, whatever. It'd be nice if these ones gave off light. Whatever. Beggars can't be choosers. I wasn't expecting them to begin with. Anyways, yeah. If you ever see me make a full butt out of myself, go all in on being a butt, it's like just Super Saiyan levels of effort. It's really rare of me to actually concentrate and do something. Prefer it that way. Life's a lot more lax when you don't feel like you need to give your all for every single small thing. And yeah, you'll fail a lot. You really will. You'll keep failing, but that's not a bad thing. Failure isn't the end. This way to Hollow Town. Okay. Gabo dude right there. Yeah. Besides, even if you gave it your all, you'd probably fail a few times, and you fail that many times, maybe you're just learning how to get better. Don't feel bad about failing. Don't feel bad about not giving 110% all the time. Relax, be chill, be funky, be fresh. I wonder if I could lure that goblin in there. Probably. Heck yeah. Just heck can close that. It's a pressure plate. Get over that. I like that I can actually skip a majority of the traps by just having agility and jumping over them. Actually pretty nice. There we go. 3. There we go. Ah, heck yeah, man. Delusions. Delicious delusions. And what do we got here? Ah, some scry shroom tea. Eh. I like that I can actually drink it and get a buff, but what else? What else? Yeah, I got unspent delusions. I know, I know. I believe I said I was going to pop one into might. I want to go all in on charm just to almost always pass any persuasion check, but sometimes just gotta put points into stuff like health, you know? There are still enemies out there that want to kill me, after all. Can't talk to some of these dudes. Pretty certain I can't talk to that moth, that's for sure. Alrighty. Let's see here. Pretty certain this is the way down to where I just was. Yeah. What you got going on, Mom? Goodbye. I'm just too fast, too funky, too fresh. Anytime I say that, I think of those, I never played with them as a kid. I think they're a bit, like, after my time. But those, virtual toy to video game UB Funkies. It's just all the ads for them. You be funky. And they just seem like a very simple. Oh, you like a Goblin King? What you got going on? Oh, I don't want to mess with what you got going on, to be perfectly honest. Flee. Flee in the nearest direction that is not next to you. What's this? Ooh. Get that going? Yeah. Means there's probably another way to open that place right there if I keep looking around. Just gotta worry about the big old gobbo. Honestly, yeah, actually. Considering this game doesn't technically reward you for killing enemies, runaway approach is not super bad. I can just go all in on speed technically and just try to get out of here before he or anyone can technically attack me. Which, considering their AI, isn't super difficult. Yeah, get that unlocked now. Good stuff. And I am curious if I can eventually befriend these dudes, so I'm gonna try not to keep attacking them. Maybe somebody else who's played this game may know whether or not that's viable or not at this point. Maybe the second you technically have them as enemies, it's too late. Or maybe there's no way to raise their disposition in general. Heck. Maybe it's just there, kind of like how Skyrim handles factions. Skyrim handles factions in the manner that basically that's how enemies determine who to attack and who not to attack. So every enemy type in Skyrim is a part of its own faction. It's weirdly hilarious coding wise. I don't think there's anything right there. So, like, yeah, the Falmer are a part of the Falmer faction, as are, like, the Chorus and stuff enemies, as are, like, Frostbite spiders, and that's why they don't kill each other. They're all a part of the same faction, quote unquote. Maybe up top, actually. That looks like a place that would have something up top. Just curious about how I'd get up there. There's gotta be some way. I mean, there's definitely a will. So there should be a way. Would have thought in this other tree, yeah, but didn't seem like there was. Just got the big old Goblin King dude right there. So let's, guess, move over here. Can I climb this? Is this viable? No, no. That is not this game in particular. Okay, that's a no-go. Let's go for a run real quick. There's something right there. Let's check that out. I doubt it's related to the earlier area, but we never know. You never know. Walked anything around it that may look like another way of opening, like this? Yeah, like that. I really need to start doing that more often. Or arguably every time. But hey, just started this game basically. Only what, around 5 hours in? Can't expect me to know to always look around because it's a different gameplay style than I'm used to, man. Not bad, it's just different. Saving. Saving and lagging. Lagging and saving. Alrighty. Yeah, I don't really see... Ooh, wait. Ooh. That was the first one I did too, so maybe near the other hut there's another thing like that, actually. It's good to know. I would have thought this would be too far out, but that is way too similar for it not to be the same thing to unlock it, so maybe over here? Let's see. Take a looky-loo. Definitely a way of unlocking it. Just gotta open your mind to the possibilities of being stupido. The second you accept you can in fact be stupido, you will realize that being stupid is not the issue. The issue is not willing to learn how to grow from being stupido. Oh, that's just gonna lower like a that's cool. Just lower an axe thing. Is there anything in here? No, doesn't look at. I think nothing facing this way or that way. Keep going. My hippity hops. Not this way. I don't think there's anything on this. Let's head down here. Not seeing anything. Not seeing anything. Oh hum, I say. Over the hills I run, ho hum. I like the noises they make. I really do. Oh, I'm so invested in this now. Like, I need to find this last keystone in order to unlock this. It's my life goal now. Let's see. That one was right there. Well, I suppose nothing technically says it can't be further this way either. Honestly surprised there's one right there. Drop this down real quick and let's take a quick look-see. Ooh. I'm gonna say because of the loading screen and the change in the OST. Actually probably not. This probably is not anywhere near the secret. That cave will open up someday. I'm certain. Yep. That's the back to something. Or maybe the entrance to something, I don't know. That's not what we're dealing with right now. This seems the closest to an actual loading screen we've encountered in a minute. Oh yeah, that's something I was amazed by too recently. I believe I mentioned in the earlier episodes of this, I've been playing Cyberpunk 2077. Because it's just, I bought it on sale, why not? Heck yeah, man, right there. That going. Yeah. But still not enough, huh? How many are there? And like, that door needs to be like a frickin' super difficult check if it's taking this many in all these areas before it'll unlock. Unless they reset because I went down there. Oh, they did reset. Okay. Yeah. Had a bit of an idea that they might. All things considered. Like I said, that's the closest thing I've seen to a loading screen in this game so far. Anyways, like I was saying, I've been playing like Cyberpunk 2077. Not intending to record it because, like, yeah, there's enough media coverage in all different ways for that game. From like how it did horribly on launch to like how it's doing well now. Basically, my opinion on it, yeah, it's doing pretty well now. It's pretty good for what it is. Good stuff. Is this enough? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we're good to go. But that game is like super detailed in everything it has going on. And the only loading screen I've really ever encountered was when you load into the game, basically. Oh, heck yeah, man, this is open. What do we got? Ooh, Delusion. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, other piece of candy. Ooh, remarkable treasure. Yeah. And what do we got back here? Oh, is this just another... I think this was another way to get to the area that we had just come back up from. Okay. Oh, yeah. Got some lag right there. Anyways, like, yeah, it has like 0 loading screens for like a super detailed game. Like, it's got neon lights everywhere. It's a super crowded city, and it's like, I can understand why this was so buggy on launch. Okay, yeah, that's the elevator we just came back up from. We are technically in the other area, but we are higher up is all. Okay. Is this like another cartographer dude? Maybe? Yeah, I think he's another cartographer. Hello? The enchanted mask is deathly still, but its stoic eyes track as you approach. The Eurydite Academy is closed to all but a chosen few. Present your recommendation or leave. Never mind. I guess that answers that. Good to know. What do you got to say, man? The youth is fumbling with a teacup, a spoon, an assortment of other objects, which all appear to be floating. God's danged wizards. Wouldn't know a good spell if it... The objects clatter to the floor. Are you trying to get into the academy too? I wouldn't bother. You could enchant a silk slug to crap gold, and they'd still ignore you. They won't let you in without a recommendation. Why are you playing with all that stuff? Why, these are demonstrations of my most sophisticated cipher spells. See the spoon? He shoves the spoon into your hand. It is damp sodden. I've created a spell to make any object sweat. Incredible, no? The applications are limitless. I gave this robot anxiety. Why? I made it so spoons could sweat. Why? Wait, is this human sweat? Well observed. The spell diverts liquid and salt from the caster's own body onto the object in question. The only downside is that it makes you very thirsty. But that's just one of my spells. Wait, actually, so it drains the caster of sweat. Wait, this actually has practical uses and this annoys me. There are actual practical uses for this now. Wait, that's so stupid. Wait, oh my gosh. A transmutation of one's like liquids to another place is weirdly useful if you think about it. You are a genius. That's the annoying thing. That's not bad. Execution is horrible, yes. You should feel bad about the execution. But it's kind of like coming across a really kinky porn artist that is actually super great at art and like just scene setting and everything, as well as like comedy and everything. And you're like, why are you doing kinky porn? Why are you doing that? You don't need to do that. You're actually just good enough to be in museums. Why are you doing that? And their answer every time is it pays better. Because it does. Anyways, see this teacup? Put it to your ear and you'll hear a man crying. That's a real man, though. I have no idea where he is. So you connected the audio of the bottom of a teacup to a random place, and all you know is it's connected to a place a man is constantly crying. Discount enchanted items, here we go. Oh, and this hammer? It's the safest hammer in the world, as it can't actually hit anything. Does that mean it's constantly floating? He continues like this for some time. Eventually, you seize a chance to interrupt his monologue. Oh my gosh. I love this. What's this about an academy? The Eurodite Academy. You've not heard of it? Well, it's right above us. That big hunk of rock overhead. The academy flies all over the apostatic union, just so their fancy wizards can gloat at all the poor, talented saps they won't let in. Surely you must do more than that. So how do you get in? Well, it turns out being an exceptional cipher scribe means nothing to them. To visit the academy, you need a recommendation from an accredited scholar. I've seen some of their scholars exploring the islands nearby. You could try asking them for a recommendation, but I refuse to pamper to the pompous academies. Yeah, you're just too cool for it, right? Surely they must do more than that. He scoffs. Well, supposedly they make the most advanced cipher spells in the Union. Ryova gives them a free pass to do the kind of magic that would get most scholars thrown in the Inquisition jail. Yeah, tell me about it, right? Alright, I get it. No problem. He goes back to playing with his assortment of objects. Was there any other dialogue with his, Okay, I can't think of a single use for a sweaty spoon. Well, that just says more about your lack of imagination than anything else, and he's not wrong. But that's just one of my spells. Yeah, okay, we heard that bit. I'll get going. You look busy. Definitely busy making more spoons sweat. Seriously, I'm so annoyed because, like, yeah, there is application to the sweaty spoon. That's just hilarious. Okay, I think this is actually the only way up here. That's interesting. So if I want to come back to this spot, I need to go through here. That's interesting. Okay. I can dig it though. It's not... As long as that's unlocked, I don't care. Past the Goblin King and all. Who's a good boy? Oh, you got purple teeth. I do like their design. The fact that they're masked, they just have like a single eye right there. That's nice. Really bummed I wasn't able to get the plushie from Makeship that the devs were doing. I couldn't afford it at the time. I really couldn't. Anyways, I think we're going to try and make our way to Hallowtown, which is probably right there in the distance, and we'll call it an episode. But let's talk to the ghost first. Hallowshire. Fields used to be sown with Wiccan seed, where their deities, though diminished, could ensure a good harvest. The god constructs were modest. The blood price was equitable. Of course, the apostatic union sniffed it out eventually. They sent over that polymath and her retinue to stamp out any smoldering divinity. And now the common folk starve. Their fields barren and desolate. The union claim it's in the name of reason and progress. She lets out a discordant sigh. I admit those old Wiccan contracts can be deceitful. Many don't realize the weight of their signatures until the curse sets in. But the Union would smother the sky realms in a tangle of bureaucracy. Till we worship naught but deadlines and shipping manifests. Their only saving grace is their honesty, for at least the people know they are trampled upon. So what about you, stranger? Would you rather be enveloped in a sweetened lie, blissful in your ignorance? Or would you choose the bitter truth? Everyone deserves to know the truth. If a false belief brings joy, let it be. The idea of truth is a lie. We are all deluded. I mean, it's a very philosophical question. I think ignorance is bliss. It's a decent, nice thing. Some people should be allowed to be ignorant of things, but part of growing up is realizing the ignorance that you knew and how sweet it was is not how things are. We can't always just be allowed to be ignorant of everything that's going on. You sometimes need to sit down and look at what's directly in front of you objectively and understand that it's not allowed to be the way it is, as sweet as it may be. But let's be honest. You're on the internet watching a video of a realm of sky islands filled with ghosts and mushrooms and great purples, greens, and red hues. The idea of truth is a lie. We are all deluded. Life and reality is nothing but an illusion that we all deign our own to be correct. As weirdly deep as that sounds, whatever the heck you think reality is, you're technically correct because that is your reality. And that's effed up. Just a majority of people agree on the same type of reality, and that's all we can go on. And that's all we can technically say reality is, what the majority agrees it is. Oh well. She smiles. My mother once told me, there are as many worlds as people in it. I think she would have liked you, stranger. Yeah, it's true. At the end of the day, a person's viewpoint of reality, truth, ignorance, everything is just that one person's. There's something along the lines of common knowledge, common sense, what have you, is honestly just a single person's view of what should be common. There is no such actual thing as common sense. Simply, are you looking at me, man? No, you're just kind of wiggling. Okay, I thought he actually looked and turned to me and was like, huh, got something to say, Boyle? But yeah, common sense, our views as a whole, it's just the majority of what we all kind of agree on, but at the end of the day, we all have kind of skewed, unique versions of it ourselves. And it looks like an inn right there. Is that the pub? I'd prefer to find a save crystal if I'm being perfectly honest. And maybe inside. Let's take a quick looky-lo. I don't think I'm going to be locked into... Yeah, there's a save crystal right here. Okay. I'll tell you what, guys. We had a bit of philosophy right at the end, but it is what it is. And what it is an episode. It's been fun. Actually, let's go to this. And without... I'll talk to you guys later. Ciao. All that fun stuff, and, you know, if the world's nothing but delusions of a single mind, that being your own, may as well look at your own delusions objectively. That's what I always like, just, no matter what it is, man, even if you fully agree with something, try to look at it objectively to empathize with those who look at things from the opposite viewpoint. No reason to outright get angry at someone on the opposite end of a subject matter or anything. At least try to understand why they are that way. And if you look at the world as a whole like that, you usually are able to understand the people within it at the very least. Oh well, that's enough philosophizing and all that fun stuff. Ciao!